Utah Attorney General Sean Reyes filed a lawsuit today, which was signed on to by a number of other states, including New York and California, against Google, alleging that their Play Store practices are anti-competitive. It follows in the wake of many other legal actions taken against Google. One on similar grounds was made by Epic Games, who alleges that Google wrongly removed their game Fortnite and alleges that they were improperly extorting fees from the game maker. We recently saw the FTC case be ruled to not have grounds by a federal judge last week. You can see the video I made about that up here. The text of the lawsuit has not yet been made available. It should also be noted that last year, Texas AG Ken Paxton filed a suit against Google for their monopolistic practices in the form of their advertising business. The European Commission recently opened an antitrust probe over the alleged exclusion of competitors from ad buys on Google-owned YouTube. And the UK recently settled a case with the company over its digital advertising operations. Whether you should support or condemn these antitrust probes into big tech is something that you have to personally decide. However, it is clear that there is a mounting wave of legal actions coming against Facebook, YouTube, Google, and Amazon for their monopolistic domination of the various markets that they operate in. I've heard the argument made by someone in the comments of my FTC video that these companies all compete with one another across their various lines of business. I've also heard the argument that they're in many of these lines of business where they're not the number one competitor. And I think that you have to go line of business by line of business as to whether the suits have merit. It's not like the simple situation of Standard Oil where you can say, okay, look, they've clearly gobbled up all of the oil producers in the country. It's much more complicated in that they have all of these various income sources, and in some of them, they're competing hotly in these different markets. I mean, if you look at Amazon Web Services, they're competing with other cloud service providers. If you look at Amazon Prime Video, they're competing with Netflix. They're competing with Hulu. Things get a little bit more dicey to me on the social media and on the information side. I first noticed this when, love him or hate him, personally I think he says a lot of ridiculous things, but when Alex Jones was removed, and this was notable to me because all of the major web platforms removed him at the exact same time. This was when I really got the first inkling of a notion that there was clear collusion between these firms. And collusion is definitely illegal in terms of price fixing. So I think that there could be suits on those grounds. However, I'm not an attorney, and I haven't read into those documents enough to know whether that will actually happen. All of this being said, it is clear that the tech firms are being challenged on the legality of the market share that they command and control. It will be very interesting to watch and develop opinions as the results of these lawsuits take place, and it will also be interesting to see if the courts fail to provide satisfaction to the people. Will the lawmakers step in and develop new laws or regulations which address this issue?